Hey, and welcome to Dr. G Speaks. I am Dr. Kristen Guillory, and I am so very excited to help you experience a life of freedom, faith, and fun you may not even realize is possible. Listen, I know you feel held back, I know you feel stuck, and I know you are hiding. As a coach and the author of Look, Stop Hiding, How to Find Your Voice and Never Dim Your Light Again, you will get to listen to some amazing stories, receive some homework, that's the professor in me, and get some tools to help you live the life you deserve. It's time to quiet the noise and walk in the fullness of who God created you to be. It's time to stop hiding and start thriving. Together, we'll uncover your potential and ignite your journey to a fulfilling life, a life of freedom. Welcome to part 2 of a pretty cool conversation that I am having with Erika Benjamin, owner of Southern Girl Granola, speaker and fitness guru. We talk about the desire to date, relationships, and much more. Join us. But here's the other part. I can only see you if I'm in a healed enough place to see.
That's it. That's it. And I think that's what prevents the ability of so many to see others. Like many people are in survival mode.
Absolutely.
Many people are only consumed with their own thoughts, feelings, needs, wants, desires. And so, that's the world we live in. So I do believe that is a gift. And just the fact that you are, in tune enough to just be aware of what's happening around you. I think that's a gift, but it also speaks to the way you have designed the life that you desire. Like that plays a large part in our overall health too. We cannot function at our highest level or receive the highest outcome from anything that is presented to us if we are not operating from a place of scarcity or fear or lack significantly. It's hard to have any type of heightened awareness for anybody else. So that's another reason the work that you do is so important. You were the first person that really made me realize I do want to do public speaking. I want to go around talking to people, coaching people, and I want to get paid to do that. Like, I love HR, but this is really what I could see myself thriving. I visualize it. I see it in my mind. I see me smiling. I see me joking and the crowd laughing. And it's you, like it's your life, right? But certainly the fact that you have just decided to take people under your wing and just kind of guide them through their purpose and their dreams, like this is amazing. And I'm so grateful that God allowed our paths to cross because just so much has come from just meeting you, Dr. G. You are operating in your gifts fully. You are in tune with our community. You're in tune with nature, which gives you a heightened sense of awareness that is needed in this world. So I thank God for you. I thank God for your obedience in walking your path with passion, with joy, with love, with compassion, and with grace. Like it's so beautiful. You encompass so many things, and I'm just grateful for you.
So I have a big smile on my face. My hand is on my heart, and I receive all of that. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for that. I have to go re-listen to this. For real, I'm honored. I was already smiling when you said you visualize your audience, and I was like, she better visualize these checks.
Yeah, I receive that too.
I appreciate that. And I know everything you just described, I know that I have been able to experience that and walk through that, not just for me, but I know that I would not be, and there's still so much in store for me that I don't have a clue about, but I know I would not be at this level if I did not take the time to heal and do it for me first. Like literally me setting my life up as a vacation and the life I deserve and traveling. I don't do this to be an inspiration. I don't.
Yeah.
I did this because I'm like, I like the beach and we in COVID and I need to be by the ocean. And yes, I like solo travel. What I have found, Erika, and it's so fascinating. Once I literally started making choices for me, like me first, and just moving in the way that I believe I'm supposed to move. And for years, I've been inspirational to people for a very long time, but it just went to level 100 when I'm like, y'all, I'm not out here trying to be inspiration. I'm just living my life. for me, it's pure because I'm not like, okay, I'm in South Africa. What's going to be the takeaway that I can post on social media? No,
Uh-huh.
son,
Yeah.
no. Let me take away what I need from this experience for me.
Yeah.
And if I'm led to share, then I will. Everything I go through is not meant to be shared. Everything I
Right.
experience is not meant to be a teachable. And I was talking to my sister, and I know one of the many reasons I'm able to be in this place is, and I recently told my mom and dad this, and they, got divorced when I was in high school. But I remember thinking, I don't remember one time my mom or dad telling me, don't do something. And I don't mean like safety stuff, right?
Yeah,
I don't
absolutely.
remember one time them saying, hey, you need to stop talking right there. Hey, you shouldn't pursue that. Or hey, as a child. I don't remember
Hmm.
that.
Yeah.
And even my sister said, we were raised in a house where we were supported, we were embraced. We weren't really told you have to major in that and you have to do that. Because somebody said, have you always been like this? And I said, yeah, I've always been outspoken. I've always been a little bossy. Listen, and at 8 or 9 years old, I was organizing our Christmas program for our family. Okay. And I don't just mean me, my mom, brother, and sister. I mean our extended family. So my uncle would come.
Wow.
John, you're going to read the scripture. Lisa, you're going to read. We're going to sing joy to the world. And I was
Wow.
printing it out. And this is in the early 90s with this slow printer. And like
Wow,
that was
Dr. G, that's
me at that.
hilarious.
And hilarious. I'm in the sixth grade. Favorite group is Boys to Men. I'm in the sixth grade in the choir at school in DeSoto, which was predominantly white
Wow.
students. And I
Uh-huh.
went to my choir director and said, I want us to sing It's So Hard to Say Goodbye by Boys to Men. I want to sing that. Okay. She orders the music. She's like, okay, Kristen, I'm going to order the music. She ordered the music and she got the original version by the Beatles. Oh,
Oh, no.
oh, I was upset.
No.
Excuse me. This is
Yeah.
the wrong one.
Try
And
it.
I've always, so it's literally, you mentioned your daughters, when you have an environment that allows you to thrive and puts no limits on you outside of safety stuff, you're able to do that. And I know that's part of the reason I am where I am. I have had people look at me and think I was crazy,
Yeah,
including family. What are you doing? Leaving your job. But I had to trust the Lord more than their doubt. I
absolutely.
had to trust the Lord more than my doubt. So because I am experiencing freedom like this and gratitude like this, now God is like, and now you got to go share. Like my sister said to me about the friendships I've had specifically with men. She's like,
Mhm.
now, you're going to be on stage talking about that. I said, nope. No, I'm not. I don't want to talk about that. She's like, yeah, it's probably going to start one on one conversations, but you're going to be on stages talking about that because women don't hear about that. And I'm like, girl, I'm not talking about this stuff. Yeah. Next thing I know, I'm like, am I on the stage talking about friendship? Literally saying, okay, to my married women, friendship really should be a foundation. And if you don't have friendship in your marriage, go on and cultivate that. Okay, to my single women, y'all need to da, da, da. After the event, the number of married women that came up to me and
Yeah.
said, oh my gosh, I don't have friendship in our marriage. And I'm like, what the freak? And then
Wow.
and then single women saying to me, so Dr. G, what I'm hearing from you is that you're complete and whole. What I'm hearing from you is that you don't settle. I
Hmm.
think I need to break up with this person I'm dating because I'm settling. And what I'm hearing from you is that you are living your life not worried about traveling, preventing you from meeting a man. What?
Yeah. Yeah, we need to hear that. And there are just so many things that we have not been exposed to. Again, you and the way that you set up your life, you have just been, again, intentional. And God has not put you through these things just for you. And I'm so grateful that you have a sister who is transparent, who is open, who is willing to share and who is also receptive to what you have to offer her, even though you've never been married. Because a lot of times, like you said, people look down on women who have never been married and don't have children. Like they're like, oh, what's wrong with her? She's never been married. Never, oh, what's wrong with him? Like men and women. But to have the ability to operate in your gifts and give strength, encouragement, and motivation to women who have been forced to believe that there's something wrong with them because of that, it's just so beautiful, Dr. G. I don't think you realize how
Oh,
valuable it is. I hope you do.
I'm sorry. You just gave me homework. You
Oh,
did.
oh,
So my homework is going to be to sit in as much as I can. What you just said have been used to help
Yeah.
women in many areas in particular, whether married or single, but yes, for my single women, for real, because it's,
Mm.
as I said, it is a blessing because when I first did my first solo international trip, of course, family was worried, other people, my sister out here, you know, 4 boys, married, go live your life, go do that, go and do that. Because one of the things that makes her sad, she says, it makes me really sad that once women get married, they stop serving
Yeah.
because they made serving part of the formula. Well, I got my man now. I don't have to be part of youth ministry. I don't have to serve anymore.
Mhm. Wow.
And I remember telling when I was a professor at a university, I was the unicorn on that campus, okay? I was a unicorn. And here's what I learned. I got stopped one day and the young lady said, Dr. G, are you single? I said, no. Why? Oh my gosh, good. I said, why good? Because you're happy and you wear heels.
Oh.
I said, what? And she explained it because at this particular campus with this particular faith system, you could only be happy if you were with a man and you only wore high heels to attract men. And she
Oh
was
my God.
like, you just wear heels. I'm like, yeah, I like heels. I don't wear these for nobody but me.
Wow.
And I didn't know how much of a unicorn I was until women started coming to me who weren't even my students and
Mhm.
saying, so is it okay that I'm single? Because my pastor said I need to hurry up and get a boyfriend by my junior year.
Oh my gosh.
People
Wow.
were trying to hook me up on campus. Oh, wait a minute. I got a good one for you. I learned that I was dating 3 men on the campus.
Oh my gosh. That
I
is so
sure did. I said,
wow.
I'm dating who? The basketball coach. I said, I don't even know who that is. I have not met him and
My,
dating me. I said, no, I don't know them because it made people so confused
yes.
that how are you single and happy? So we have to link you up. Listen, before I even started on this campus, I went to lunch with like 6 professors and they were all talking about me. And they were like, ooh, Kristen would be great for, and they said this name, Kristen would be great for, Kristen would be great for. And I
Mhm.
remember thinking, they must be talking about the black male professor who got a PhD on this campus. Because
Wow.
who y'all talking about? So I
Yeah.
finally met the professor. He comes to my office and I said, now you know we're supposed to be married tomorrow. Where's my ring? Okay. He died laughing. I said, no, let me be real with you. He said, people have been telling me about you before you got here. I said, same here. Let me be honest with you. Single is a blessing for me. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I don't need you to feel any pressure for us to go out. I don't need you to feel any pressure at all. So let me just tell you that single is such a blessing for me. I'm so glad we met. Now, if you want to go do a meal from time to time, I'm open to that player. And he was
Right.
like, I need my inhaler. I didn't know you were a comedian. Oh, Lord, he's in love. All right. But
Yeah.
again, that's not just that campus, that's just the world where how are you happy and single? How are you happy? And you can be happy and have a desire. And so I appreciate your words and I am going to sit in that. And although everybody's journey is different, we do have the right to lean into setting our life up the way we deserve and listening to the Lord. And I know this is like, groundbreaking in a sense because I'm a Black woman
Yeah.
and
Oh.
right doing
Yeah.
these things in the streets, but this is not just for me. It's
Yes.
not just for me. So I just desire us as people, period, women, men, all of it, just
Yeah.
to dream and to know, like, wait a minute, there's more out there. I don't know what the more is,
Mm-hmm.
but there's more. And let me make sure to do my work and heal. And somebody who attended the extravaganza described me in a way that I thought was so beautiful. And I want to pass this on to you and anybody else listening who this can resonate. She said, Daji, I describe you as somebody who has limitless obedience. She said that's really rare because you're out here as a woman hosting events for men. You are a single woman who is going to do stuff for couples. You
Yeah.
relocated, and that's limitless. And I don't even know if we recognize that we put limits on our obedience or limits on our faith. But when we
Yes.
recognize that we serve a limitless God or whoever it is you serve, right, that is limitless,
That's
then can't tell me nothing.
that is right. I mean, there's so many women who are afraid to travel alone. I'm afraid to go too far alone myself. But I'm like, she's just over the place, just by herself. And she's safe. Like all these things that we hear and all these fears that we have and all these hangups. Like you are the example. To be honest, like I am planning a solo trip for the first time. I'm 53.
Come on.
Yeah. And I've been so afraid to go to another country by myself. And I'm like, People do this every day and they come back home and have beautiful experiences and stories. They don't go over there and get killed. Like, what is wrong with you? So it's just, you're very inspirational. You are really a unicorn in this world, not just on your campus. Like, you are the first person that I heard say, I'm setting my life up the way I want it to be. Most of us take, I'm in HR, women and men come into these jobs, we make them a job offer. They rarely counteroffer or ask for more money because we're just so
Mm,
grateful to be getting an offer from this company. We don't feel
mm.
entitled to be compensated for what we're bringing to the table and what we're worth. I always say, don't come back to accept this offer without a counteroffer. I don't care what you do, come up with another number because the budget is there, but we have been taught and conditioned to just take whatever we get. We don't get to make decisions about our life. We don't get to make moves that align us with our dreams, wants, and like that's not how we are conditioned. I'm so grateful again for the movement. Like you're doing it. There are a lot of other people that do it, but I will say you're the first person that I've seen say it, execute it, live it, walk it, and be it. Yeah, again, I just can't thank you and the Most High enough for just living your life in a way that resonates and speaks to so many people. Like, it's a blessing.
I received that.
Yeah.
Thank you. And you just dropped a nugget in here. Y'all, make a counter offer. I tell all, specifically all the women I've mentored, go and make another offer because the worst case scenario, they'll say, this is the highest we can make. Okay, that's
Yeah.
fine. But go and say something. But you also just said something that's in alignment with, fine, my sister was right. I'm going to be talking to married women and single. Okay, all right. In terms of choice, I have been encouraging people over the last 5, 6, 7, 8 months that you have choice. You have choice in what you just said, job, even in relationship, you have choice. You don't have to be, as a friend of mine said, you don't have to be the mirror reflection of what the other person wants. You get to decide what you want. You get to
Yes.
decide, what do I want in this house, in this trip, in this relationship? You get to decide that. And maybe you'll decide. So something I realized a couple years ago, and I am not, since we were talking about dating, I realized this. And this has actually been me since very young. I have never been interested in like traditional dating. Just dating has
Mm.
never been anything at the forefront of my mind. If I was dating someone, I would talk about him for a second, but then I want to talk about my youth ministry. I want to talk
Uh,
about something else. Dating has just never been. And fun fact, I think this, I'm trying to see how many times I've mentioned this just because people are like, wait, you got to say it again. So I've only been in one relationship, and that was 12 years ago.
wow.
I know. And we dated like officially 6 months and dated before that 6 months. And that was it. Have I gone out with a couple men over the years? Yes.
Yeah.
I've not gone out. Now I'm going to give you another one. I've
Uh,
not gone out on a date in over 10 years, 12 years maybe. And, and
wow.
it's not that I've been like, hey, I'm not going out. It just is. And I stumped my therapist last 2 years ago. I have a new person now, but I
Hmm.
stumped her because she was trying to figure out like what was going on.
Hmm.
And I said, no, I just, I'm not mad at men. I'm not, the guy I dated 12 years ago was great. He revealed he wasn't healed enough from a divorce, but I can't put it all on him because part of me knew that and thought I could save him, right? Just the truth
Yeah. Yeah.
and all of that. And she said, so have you ever been hurt in relationships? I said, like in terms of dating? She said, yeah. I said, no. She says, so I said, but breakups suck. I'm not going to pretend I wasn't hurt in a
Yeah.
breakup.
Exactly.
But she says, so you've just been living your life? I said, yeah. And so what I discovered is I was trying to make myself fit into these boxes that weren't meant for me. Like, I don't want to pretend to like this dating in this traditional way. So a few years ago, I realized it's not traditional dating that I want. I am open to and want organic friendship.
Yes.
And the level of freedom that came in allowing myself to realize that and choose that, because for me, dating felt very heavy. It felt, and
Yes.
now we're kind of dating. Now we're seriously dating. Now you meet the people. I'm like, no, that feels
Yeah.
heavy. It feels fake. And we're talking every day, but are we talking every day because you want to, or we have developed a habit too soon? Are
Yes.
we going out every week because you want to, or that's what you think we're supposed to do, as opposed to what is this journey supposed to look like organically for these two people? And the amount of freedom in that was just mind blowing in yeah, I don't have to talk to you every day. And I
Yeah.
actually encouraged somebody with this recently. I encourage people at the beginning of their dating relationship not to talk every day. I do.
Mhm.
Because what happens is you unintentionally begin to get enmeshed with this person that
Yes.
you don't even know who they are yet in your life. And so you're talking every day and texting every day and multiple things, and you've only known each other 30, 40, 90 days, as opposed
Yeah.
to let's organically talk, but not
Out of
create or
obligation.
develop a habit. Correct. Not yet, not every day, because this enmeshment can happen too soon. And we're not there yet. So I'm not saying don't communicate, but just let's rid ourselves of some of these traditional things of you got to talk every day. If you don't see them 8 times a week, no, what
Yeah.
works for the two of you? So all that being said, that's all from choice. That's all
Absolutely.
from choice. And I don't know how many of us realize we have choice in every aspect of our life in a sense. Now, it's choice, but then God orchestrates things that we have no control over, right? But
That's right.
what's my choice? So, Erica, I'm going to end it with this. In terms of you and honoring who you are, what is your choice in honoring who you are? And then tell me, what is your choice in terms of men and dating and relationships? So give me choice about honoring who you are and choice in terms of men.
So my choice in honoring who I am is to just quiet the noise because again, a lot of people see me as kind of weird too. Quiet the noise about people's expectations and people's projections on me and to just do what makes my heart happy and just make sure that I am living life in an honorable way. That is how I'm going to honor myself. And I will admit that I don't ask God enough about what I'm doing and how I'm doing it. Like I'm intentional about what I think it is, but you have just, motivated me to make sure that I am including him a lot more in every aspect of my life and not just lean on my own understanding. Okay. So there's that. And
Awesome.
yeah. And then the second one was, okay, so how am I going to, what choices do I make about relationships?
Yeah.
So my choice is to pray. Yeah, my choice is to insert God because I guess in my prayer time, I affirm things more than I ask for guidance or ask for direction. So I'm going to make sure that I'm asking the Most High to, again, be more involved in this walk, this romantic relationship walk, or show me blockers because it may just be a friendship, just like you said. What you describe is beautiful. And that's really what I want. So I may not even need to call it a romantic relationship. I need to call it a something else. I don't know. I'm not going to insert a word there because I'm going to just give that back to the creator and allow him to guide me in that area because I haven't talked to him about that in that way.
I hear the excitement in that. See, I'm excited for you. We would just choice and possibility. It does. It's like, wait a minute. I don't have to. It can be something that I've never seen. Yes.
When you sent the list of options, I said, men. Dr. Z's going to talk about men. We're going to talk about men. Oh, wow. I'm going to pick that one. And I don't mean to just I'm not saying any of this, I'm sure you know, out of anything other than a genuine love for you. I should have known that a conversation with Dr. G about men was not going to be what I thought it was going to be. That you were going to challenge me, give me homework, and really just bring me back at a foundational level what it means to me, what I want, and yeah, the steps to get there. Like, this is the beauty of just having conversations with you and you operating in the fullness of your gifts, Dr. G. And it's like this every time you're around. I don't care if you're laughing, joking, dancing. Like, it is effortless. So, and I know that we all have gifts, we all have talents, but one of my prayers is going to become that women walk in their greatness and operate in their gifts effortlessly because we belabor it. We're like, okay, I gotta have this. I have to have this list. I have to have my notebook. I have to have my PowerPoint. I have to like just walk in it and it's going to come naturally and organically. We don't have to put so much pressure on how it happens. Just trust that it's going to happen and it's happening without you even realizing it. So I'm grateful.
I'm grateful too. And I love that encouragement right there. is that women embrace their greatness. And that's so good. And you too. I
Mhm.
want you will be on these stages doing all these amazing things and to embrace your greatness in these fitness streets with your ability that I know to you is like, it's not a big deal. I just put on a song and I led them through this. But it's somebody even said it to you about how you led your kickboxing. And let me just give you a fun
Mhm.
fact. I think we first met like 10 years ago. I took one of your
Yeah.
classes when I was based in the Dallas area. I was so into enjoying a certain type of cardio class. Like I needed the music to be amazing. I needed it to be challenging. I needed the instructor to be fun. Let me tell you this. I was going to 4 different LA fitnesses at one point, 4 different ones, because I found instructors at each one that I liked, and I would drive to go to their classes. And yours was always fun. And I loved it because you would break it down. So you'd be like, all right, and kick and speed it up. Oh, she want us to go faster. All right. And then you're like, all right, that's the first part. We got 13 parts to this routine. Okay. I loved it. And I took your kickboxing class, I think another one. I went to title boxing. Yours
Mm.
was my favorite. Like
Oh.
yours was my favorite because I'm like, oh, I'm about to kick high and it's a little ratchet music too. And she has to doing these squat. Like you just have a gift. And what people said about you when you led the movement part of the extravaganza was, oh my gosh, she was so good. Like how she led us and we were able to follow her and she's so patient. Everybody cannot guide people in workouts and line dances as effortlessly as you did. Everybody cannot guide people of all fitness levels. You had literally every level of fitness you were leading.
Wow.
You had folks who legit were track stars. You had people
Mm.
who been in these cardio streets for a minute, like me. You had yoga instructors. You had people who have not worked out in a long time, and you made everybody feel safe and comfortable
Oh.
because workout classes could be intimidating. And we were outside, okay? We were outside where everybody could watch. It was men and women. I mean, literally, that is a gift. And how you were able to quickly go into the one collected my request.
Oh.
Thank you. Thank you for the request on that. And I know, listen, I know you probably side eyed me like you did when we were in Florida when I was like, do another one. You was
Yeah,
like,
that's not what I'm here for, Dr. G, but okay, I got you. I got you.
and
Yeah,
I
but
do it again.
I'm in
It
a
was so fun.
jumpsuit and sandals. Like, what are you talking about?
Oh, right. I know. I was
Yeah.
like, somebody said, just did you make the workout instructor tired? I said, I did not. That is what she does if she needs to catch her breath. We all got to catch her breath. It's oxygen.
Oh
But
my God.
that is, so I told somebody, I said, oh my gosh, I could have gone another hour. She could have done another hour, another
Oh,
2 hours. I would have been so excited. And I got a side eye from people.
of course, because they're like, you crazy. Now, this little 15 minutes is okay, but I'm not doing this 2 hours. What are you saying?
I bet they would have. I bet they
Yeah.
would. Y'all go take your break. So let me just give you that. You said effortless. That is effortless.
Oh.
That you led a group of people, majority Black women, outside in a city that is majority white people, that is one of the wealthiest zip codes in the country. And we were free and comfortable
Yeah.
moving our bodies, and you allowed us to do that. So that means there's something about you that
Mm.
embodies peace. There's something about you that embodies freedom in spite of the devastating things you've been through over the last couple
Mm.
of years. There's still that. So if you ever have questioned, like, God, is that part of me ever going to be back? So here's the truth. When we
Mm.
go through devastation, we are changed forever. So
Yeah.
it's not about, I got to get back to who I was. You'll never be her again. You'll never be
Right.
her again because
Right.
her was in that position with them, right? But it's not about that. It's about, okay, God, let me embrace who I am now. And I hope that you find encouragement and solace in knowing that with the devastation you've experienced over the last couple of years, that beautiful spirit is still there. That inner
Mm.
joy is still there. Your beautiful heart to help others is still there. And so while there have been some really dark moments you've had, the enemy could not win. He did not get to take those things from you. So just please know that everybody can't do what you did. And they were still talking about it. Who talks about kickboxing when it's over? Nobody.
Yeah,
Man, that was a great kickboxing. Nobody is doing that.
that's
People were
right.
doing that like, man, that was
Wow.
good. So I am excited, in some
Yeah,
months to
I
help
appreciate
you if you're open to it, flesh out some experiences to bless people with just that inner joy, that inner, I mean, just real talk, that inner, like, you love Black people. You love being Black. You ooze it, and it's not a gimmick. It's not, let me wear these colors or these things in my hair. And no, that is your external representation of your honoring culture, you're honoring ancestors, you're honoring where you are because you wouldn't be here without them. So
that's
that
right.
you embody all of that. And I hope you know that. And I hope you keep having us do some ratchet kickboxing.
Absolutely. You're inspiring me so much. And you said it at the end of the extravaganza, you were like, listen, you need to do something. You got to do something. And I was like, Dr. G, that is not where I am right now. But you keep bringing me back to that. And the fact that you compared it the same way I complimented you and your effortless ability to operate in your gifts, to present it to me in that way was just a bow on top, Dr. G. So I needed to hear that. So thank you. And I'm on it. I'm on it. I will be.
Okay, you better tell me. Now, don't do it when I'm out of the country, which is semi often, or just make it virtual. Because, like, listen, we can't wait for you to come back. I mean,
No, I can't. Listen. Well, we'll see. Because again, it's not going to happen like in the immediate future, but it's going to happen. It's like
why
9
not?
o'clock. Why not? Well, because my daughter is in college and we've got things going on with that. And did you know I started a meal prep business?
I did. I saw that. Yes, we're removing limitations. You literally just put a limit on you that didn't even need to be there. You
You're
did.
right. You know what? I have the time, I have a space, I have a location, I have the opportunity. So you're right, Dr. G.
Wow. Boom.
Boom. You're right.
There it is. Because when you're open
Whoop,
to the quickness of things
there it is.
happening, hey, won't get, don't play. Don't play. I mean it. And it doesn't mean you're going to do it tomorrow. It just means, you know what? Everything I need, I already have. And when it's time, it will happen. But I will not allow fear and scarcity and lack mentality to get in the way of doing this. Because do you know how easy it would be for you to get a venue, put the word out, boom, you got 100 women showing up. And if you want to charge, what, 20, 30 a person, boom, just make $3,000. Don't play.
That's right. I know you're right. That just like that. You're right. So I'm removing these limits that I keep putting on myself. I'm choosing to operate in my gifts again. That one. So yeah.
Oh, I love it. And that's the affirmation. Say that. You say you affirm when you're praying, you do a lot of affirming. So I
Yes.
would encourage you to do that. So as we close, I just want to encourage you to keep affirming yourself and be open to it all and be gentle with yourself as you discover limiting beliefs or limiting thoughts or blocks. Be gentle with you because we can't change the past. We
That's
can't
right.
do anything about the past. We can do something about today. I've had, as free as I am, I still have blind spots. I still have limitations I'm unaware of. I still have limitations that I am aware of. And I've just been like, okay, God, if I've been able to do this with some of these limitations I have, with some of these blocks that I know I still have, what we about to do when they gone? Okay.
What we about to do when they gone?
And what are we going to do even with some of them still there? So
Yeah.
it's both. Like,
That's right.
yes, I have some like, oh, is this and this the extravaganza? I'm like, oh Lord, this is the biggest budget I have ever. We doing this? Lord, are you sure? Are you sure? I'm
Yeah.
spending this amount of money. And he said, you have it. Well, okay.
You're right.
Um,
You're right.
and he was like, so I need you to pretend like you have it and it's already spent.
There you go.
It's already spent. So don't worry about that because I can bring that back 10 times, 100 times. Stop making money and idle, whatever the amount is. I'm like, oh, but we doing this. Oh, and we donating half the tickets. So half the tickets we're giving away. Oh, we
Oh,
giving half the
yeah.
tickets. Oh, that's what we doing too? Oh,
Yeah.
okay. It doesn't have to make sense. So yeah, I still was, oh, can I spend a little less? And he was like,
Right.
we're doing this. And I had peace about it most of the time. It was like 15% of the time, like, Lord Jesus,
Then
huh?
that limitless obedience kicked in.
It
That
did.
that's
It
it.
did. Because I'll tell you what he told me. He said, because I need you to trust me with this. Because if you can't trust me with this amount, how are you going to trust me when you're going to have an event budget of 300,000? And how are you
Ooh.
going to trust me when I have you doing things for 1,000 people and if you've not trusted me here? I need you to
Yeah.
trust me. I
That's
said, okie dokie. And trusting did not mean that there wasn't some doubt or fear. I want to make sure that that's known that when people say, got to get rid of all fear, well, that means I wouldn't be doing anything I'm doing.
Exactly. I would be in the house.
I'd
Yes.
be in the house. I'd be doing nothing if I got rid of all fear. No,
Yeah.
there's
That's
bit sometimes. There's a little doubt sometimes, but I move in spite of that. So, Erica, we're going to move
oh,
into leaning into our gifts and our greatness and choosing and but we about to be working together for a long time anyway, so that means I get to get
that's
updates from you.
that's
Imagine this,
right.
you're going to be with me 16 months. Imagine where you go.
Hey, look, I have imagined it. Like listen, I have a playlist for my walk out. Listen, this is just in the making for a long time. And it's just time. Like we are here to change the world.
Let's
And
go.
let's go, Dr. G. I'm ready.
Boom, mic drop. Mic drop. Your affirmation for the week is be gentle with yourself as you discover limiting beliefs or limiting thoughts or blocks. Be gentle with you because we can't change the past. And if you enjoyed this episode, please share it with your friends and family. Thanks again, and I'll see you next time. Deuces.